Kenyan authorities formally announced that after years and years of delay, they were finally introducing a new currency. Kenya, of course, is home to one of East Africa's largest economies, and it's also home to one of the continent's best performing currencies, at least if measured by its performance against the US dollar. So far this year, it's actually up by 0.5 percentage points. Not many other currencies can actually say that exact same thing. So why is this switch necessary in the first place? The first thing you've got to keep in mind is that it was going to happen anyway, court cases notwithstanding. You see, when Kenyans approved a new constitution back in 2010, it said, and I quote, "Notes and coins issued by the central bank may bear images that depict or symbolize Kenya or an aspect of Kenya, but," and this is a key word, "they shall not bear the portrait of any individual." Now, given that the current currency bears the faces of the country's heads of state, these notes effectively were on the clock. As a footnote on that, though, there is a bit of a legal challenge about the new design, but that is yet to be decided. But park that aside for the moment. This was the explanation from the central bank governor on why this currency change had to be done.
There were two reasons, principal reasons. The first is to deal with the illicit financial flows that we have seen. The second is to deal with counterfeits that have begun to emerge.
Now then, here is the scale of the challenge that he faces. Over 8 out of every 10 notes in circulation at the moment, that's a blue part of its pie chart, is just one denomination, the 1,000 shilling note. That's roughly $10, introduced back in 1994. Now, back in 1998, 6 out of every 10 notes at that point in time of that denomination, but not anymore. And in one sense, that makes the job of the central bank a little bit easier. But this is how we got there. The chart you're seeing here covers about 20 years, between 1998 and 2018. It shows you the growth of that note, the 1,000 shilling note, in circulation. Now, there have been years of very, very aggressive printing. 2002, for instance, and 2007. Those saw increases of over 30% in those years. There was another hike of about 20% in 2010 and 17.9% in the following year. But the volume increase has become pretty muted thereafter. In fact, between the end of last year and the governor's press conference on the 3rd of June, the volume of 1,000 shilling notes in circulation fell by at least 14.4 million units. Was that just common wear and tear? Was it withdrawal attributable to that particular phenomenon? We're not sure. But if not, you're looking at $900,000 a day that has effectively gone out of circulation in those 5 months. And to be honest, at this point, I don't have a clear explanation for exactly what happened there. The last time there was a decline in the volume of 1,000 shilling notes floating around the Kenyan economy, we've got to go all the way back to 2003. Now, speaking of the central bank, Kenya's president has renewed the governor's term for another 4 years. Dr. Patrick Njoroge, a US-trained economist, was appointed back in June 2015. Terms for central bank governors and their deputies are renewable once under Kenyan law. Now, Dr. Njoroge's term, his first term, got off to a very busy start. He's had to tackle 3 bank failures at that point in time, and then barely a year into it, he had monetary policy crippled by legislators when they introduced a cap on retail lending rates back in 2016.